Hi, it's John from North Star Nursery Garden and Home, your coastal gardener. I am doing wreath making. It's a very brave endeavor, I have to say, because it's a little intimidating. And if it's intimidating for you, I can only imagine what it's like for you guys. So it's once you get going, it's actually really easy. You just have to make a huge mess. You can probably see there's a table in front of me. There's a table in back of me. Give yourself some space because, first of all, you have to go out and collect. So you're not supposed to collect things out of the woods, so don't go taking things from nature. Take things from your yard. When you're collecting, there's a few different things that you can use. This is Leland cypress. Leland cypress grows pretty much everywhere on the coast. It's a great foundation material for wreaths. The other one that I really like is the lemon cypress because it's yellow. And so when you get into mixing, you have a nice contrast with the yellow and the green. So that's lemon cypress. The other one that I like to use is the shore pine. You want to stick with conifers for the most part because conifers will hold up over a period of time on your wreath or on the door if you're hanging on the door on the wall. But so conifers are the name of the game, but you can add lots of other things that aren't conifers, like this is a lovely little osmanthus. It looks like a holly. It's called a holly leaf osmanthus. It has white fragrant flowers in the spring, but it's a great accent to wreaths. So that's another really good one. You can use holly also. There's a lot of holly that grows naturally in our area. Most of it is green, and some of it sometimes has berries, some of it doesn't. So you can always add berries, which I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm sorting. The other thing you can use is leucadendrons. These are great accents. Red coloration. They will hold on your wreath for the whole season. This is a conifer that we have out front called Old Gold. It's a juniper, and it's a great accent. And then I also grabbed some aeoniums because these will just sit there on the wreath for the whole season. And then when the wreath is done, when you're done with the wreath, you can pull these out and use them as cuttings to plant in your yard. Before we got on air, I started doing this wreath. This is the, let's see if I can do this in reverse. So we have the leucadendrons here. We have the Leland cypress here. We have that old gold juniper here. And what I've done is I've made bunches. So this one looks a little bit like, where did we go? Okay, so we start off with our conifer base. Then we grab our leucadendron flower and kind of put it in the middle. Then we take the old gold juniper and tuck that in there. These things do not have to be perfect. These are little baby mini bouquets. They can be rustic looking. It doesn't need to be perfect because once you start packing everything in, you're going to see it's all going to make sense. What I do is I make sure all the stems are at the same length. And then I use rubber bands to make my bouquets. And what I do is I wind the rubber band around and then slip it back in real quick. So that's my little bouquet that I've made. And that's what we then add to the wreath. Now, let's see here. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to see. But I've already wound the paddle wire around this one bunch, this little bouquet. I'm going to do it one more time. Then I'm going to take my new bouquet and I'm trying to space it out so that there's some overlap but you don't want to have it too far out because you want it to be nice and full. And then what I do is I take that wire, and you have to be kind of hard on it. Be careful with the succulent stems because those do break easily, but if you go low enough, you'll get it. So the idea is that we just continue going around making those bouquets until we're full, okay? This wreath, I'm going to cut this because I need to show you on this other one how to connect it. This wreath will last very easily through the new year. So, excuse me for just a second. I'm sorry. My nose has decided it wanted to run. Of course, it has to do that in the middle of a video. It's not easy being creative. Okay. Now, what I've done is I've made a bunch of little mini bouquets to start with over here, because I'm going to show you how to do this big wreath. Now, this is your wreath form. And what you want to do is anchor your wire at any point. It doesn't matter where. You just want to anchor it, twist it on really good so that you have a nice sturdy base. Then you just start grabbing your bouquets. Now, let's see, I have Leland cypress and osmanthus, and I have Leland cypress, osmanthus, pine, and lemon cypress. And I made these little bouquets with osmanthus, the fake berry, and the Leland cypress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate between the two. And the reason I'm doing that is that gives me some depth and some interest. So we're going to wind around really nicely and tightly. And then I'm going to grab one of the reds. Wind. Again, trying to keep it as snug as possible. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just the Leland. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Nope. Make sure you alternate correctly. So this is the mixed one with the pine and the osmanthus and the golden cypress. And then you just repeat the pattern. I think the hardest part is actually making the little bouquets, because after that it kind of goes pretty quickly once you start. And what I say is make a bunch of bouquets. On a big wreath like this, you're probably going to need 20 or so very easily to kind of get it all the way around. Let's see, where are we in our alternation? There we go. Now, the other thing you can do too is to add ribbon. And you can add ribbon after you're done, or if you wanted to, you could take a little loop of ribbon and a piece of wire, and you can wire it so that you just have a nice little loop. I'm going to give it a little twist. And then what you could do is cut that ribbon there. And then if you were to make your bouquets and you made it with a ribbon loop, then you could alternate that ribbon loop in your wreath, okay? You don't have to do it that way. You can put ribbon on afterwards and kind of just weave it through, but that's a great option also. Let's see, where were we? We were with the mixture, and then we go back to the first one. Yeah. So I think you're getting the basic gist. You just continue to wire as you go. And FYI, we do have all of these materials here in the way of wire, not the actual greenery. We have wire on the paddles. We have the wire frames in about 3 or 4 sizes. We're getting more on Monday. We are also getting, or sorry, Tuesday. We are also getting fresh wreaths that are already made if you don't desire to do this. And we'll get more wreath forms and more wire. Now, once you're done with this, if you wanted to extend the life of your wreath, you would spray it with, this is wilt proof. You can also use Wilt Stop is another one, and Cloud Cover is another brand that's on the market. And this will actually insulate all of the evergreen components and make them last longer. This actually also works really well for Christmas trees. So if you have a Christmas tree in your living room with a wood stove, problematic situation in itself, this will actually keep that tree a much longer time. So you want to make sure when you get it home, you spray it really well till it's dripping, let it dry, then put it in the house and start to decorate. Let's see, was there anything else? I think that's it. I didn't want to like have you sit here and watch me make the whole wreath. So what I'll do is I will finish making the wreath, and then I'll take a picture and pop it into the Facebook and Instagram section. I think that's it. It might seem like a quick video, but it's really just all about repetition. So I hope you guys are having a great one. We are getting our Christmas trees next week. So for those of you that want to know about Christmas trees when they arrive, give us a call today at the nursery, and we will put you on the list to call you when they come in. I'm thinking that they're going to arrive probably early Wednesday. So if you want to be called when they come in, give us a jingle. Hope you're having a great one, and we look forward to seeing you at the nursery.